Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Dr. Paul Ezika, and welcome to this page. About 2 weeks ago, there was a news in Nigeria that cement, the building material, the primary building material ingredients, let me use that adjective, will be selling for 2,700 naira a bag. A bag of 50 kilograms will be selling for that price. When I heard that news, I said, well, I don't think this is possible. You know why? Because the cement market in Nigeria is grossly monopolized. Currently, the most popular and prevalent cement company in Nigeria is Dangote. Yes, we have the BUA, but back then we had a lot of cement, Ashaka cement, Ibeto, a lot of cement. What happened to them? Monopoly. And I've been doing a research all this while. Why can't monopoly be stopped or curtailed in the Nigerian industry? Currently, a bag of cement in Nigeria sells for about 6,000 naira. 6,000 naira is about $6. A bag of cement of 50 kilograms sells for about $6 in Nigeria. Let me know how much it sells in your country, because Dangote cement, I know that now Dangote supplies some African countries cement. Dangote has plant in some African countries. I came across a very detailed information on what really happened and led to this monopolization of the cement industry in Nigeria. Of course, it's also happening in the oil and gas industry, where Nigeria as a country, as of today, October 2023, does not have a functional refinery, national refinery, but we are looking up to a personal refinery by the same Aliko Dangote. Now let us look at this investigation I came across. Some of you need to listen to this video from the beginning to the end so that they can really see what happened, how Dangote was able to monopolize the cement market in Nigeria.
Olusegun Obasanjo encouraged local production of cement. The manager of Ibeto Cement Factory promised to flood Nigerian market with cement and drastically reduce the price of the product. Ibeto fulfilled his promise and flooded the country with cement. The result was that the price of cement crashed. This jolted Dangote Cement and affected his business adversely. Aliko Dangote wrote a petition to former President Olusegun Obasanjo kicking against the authority the federal government granted Ibeto to import 800,000 metric tons of cement. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo issued a directive that Ibeto was not allowed to import cement into the country until it proved its investment in local production. Dangote was allowed to import cement. Thousands of staffs of Ibeto's men were rendered jobless. When late President Umaru Yar'Adua succeeded Obasanjo, Ibeto in July 2007 applied for import allocation and it was granted. Once again, he flooded the country with quality cement and the prices crashed. Dangote Cement PLC quickly filed a suit alleging that Ibeto Cement Company is gaining undue advantage by the federal government. On its part, the federal government contended that Dangote Cement PLC is plotting to wipe out fair competition and create a monopoly in the industry and transform itself to the only cock that crows in Nigeria. But Ibeto fortified terms of settlement which were entered as consent judgment in the suit. In line with the consent judgment, it will continue to import 1.5 million metric tons of cement per annum for the period between 1st October 2007 and 30th of September 2019. This was in line with the federal government guarantee conveyed in a letter by the Ministry of Trade and Industry, dated 5th June 2002. By the judgment, the federal government was to pay Ibeto Cement Company the sum of $40 million and 1.9 billion naira. The amount is the verified claims by the Interministerial Committee of the federal government for losses suffered by Ibeto from the unjustified closure of his bagging plant between December 2005 and when it resumed operation in October 2007. But Dangote Cement PLC consented that its rights and interests were affected by the consent judgment. Dangote argued that the continuance of Ibeto Cement makes Dangote Cement expensive. However, the federal government and 6 of its agencies, which are the other defendants in the counter affidavit deposed to by one Emmanuel Joel, an assistant litigation officer in the law firm of Kenna Partners, argued that Dangote Cement PLC filed the suit with only one intention: to wipe out competition in cement business and become a monopoly. The federal government also contended that Dangote Cement has no locus in filing the suit, as the matter didn't concern them. It averred that the suit instituted by Ibeto Cement against the federal government was not fraudulent. Furthermore, it argued that Dangote Cement was not a nominee or agent of government agencies, which are defendants in the suit, and is not acting on their behalf. It argued that Dangote Cement PLC is not an agency of federal government with the statutory mandate of administering, managing, or enforcing tax compliance, therefore lacking the local standing to commence or maintain the legal action and seek the reliefs in the case. Ibeto took cement to another level. It signed a contract agreement of $368 million with a China company, Zhejiang Sinoma Engineering Design and Research Institute Company Limited, to produce 6,000 metric tons of cement in Enugu State, southeast Nigeria. The contract covered crushing limestone mining, cement raw materials to packaging, shipped to the whole process, and a 45 megawatts captive power plant, covering engineering design, equipment, steel, material supply, civil works, installation, commissioning, and personal training. Already, Ibeto Company operates a similar facility in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, which produces 6,000 tons of cement. Dangote was afraid that his dominance and monopoly of cement production will be destroyed by Ibeto. Ibeto is a billionaire and one of the wealthiest men in Africa. As of 2013, he was estimated to be worth about $3.7 billion by Ventures Africa. His Petrochemical Industries Limited, which manufactures oil lubricants and other various petroleum products, both for local and international trade, has the largest liquid storage facility for petroleum products in Nigeria, with a large capacity to store over 60,000 metric tons, and is located at Apapa Wharf and the Ibru Jetty complex in Lagos, Nigeria. President Buhari came into power. Ibeto Company applied for foreign exchange from the CBN but was denied. Dangote applied and was granted. He has continued to enjoy all manner of waiver. Like Dangote did during the Obasanjo regime, he was said to have approached his Fulani brother. Buhari banned Ibeto Cement. Following the closure of Ibeto Cement by Buhari, the prices of cement jumped from 1,500 naira to 2,500 naira, and Dangote is smiling to the bank. Ibeto's account is frozen. Dr. Cletus Ibeto has been arrested several times, questioned by security agencies, harassed, humiliated, and intimidated. There is no law in the Nigerian law books that Ibeto Company has breached. What then is his crime? Why this mistreatment?
His account, Ibeto's account was frozen.
This material
Ibeto applied for forex from CBN. CBN rejected it and refused. Dangote applied. Dangote was approved. Dangote successfully chased out all competitors in cement industry so he can monopolize it. In my opinion, I think competition is good to grow businesses. If only one person is doing one thing, that person will turn that industry upside down. If the aviation industry is only owned by one person, is only owned, so can you just imagine that the only airline in Nigeria is Air Peace? That means Air Peace will deal with everybody because there is no competition. But when there is competition, what happens? It makes people to sit up. It makes you to adjust your prices. It makes you to have good customer relationship and customer care. It helps you to have good relationship with people because you are not the only one doing that thing. Just imagine that there is the only milk in Nigeria is peak milk. What would have happened? They would have dealt with Nigerians. But now we have 3 Crown, Crown Bell, Dano, and a whole lot of other brands. The only cement in Nigeria being Dangote cement. BUA is there, but BUA is not very, very visible. Dangote has just monopolized everywhere. Currently in Nigeria, one bag of cement, kilogram, 50 kilogram, is 6,000 naira. 6,000 naira is $6, 6 to 7 US dollars. And tell me how much it is in your country, because in other countries it is far lesser. Even in the neighboring Benin Republic, which is just a border to Nigeria, it is far lesser than that price. So what offense did Ibeto commit? I want to know the offense Ibeto committed. Why is Ibeto's account frozen? This is part of the challenge we have in Nigeria, because it seems like the system, the policies is to favor one or two people and to suffer and imprison the other persons. Why can't we have more manufacturers of cement? Because most Nigerians are complaining that the house rents are very expensive. The major raw material in building the carcass of a house is cement. Cement accounts for more than 30 to 40% of a field building. So when people buy cement expensive, of course they rent out their house expensive. So Nigerians are complaining that house rent is expensive and other things are expensive. The reason is because cement is expensive. And I'm afraid for what is coming up in the oil and gas industry. Because Dangote's refinery will set up very soon in Lekki Island of Lagos. Do you think the price will reduce? I don't think the price of fuel will reduce in Nigeria. I don't think so. Judging by this, Ibeto wanted to compete with Dangote to reduce price of cement. Dangote chased him out. Now, Dangote is planning to own the only private refinery in Nigeria. So do you think the price of petroleum will be less? I don't think it will be less, logically speaking. I think it will be higher. And this is not good for national development. It's like enriching one person and making other people not able to come up. What do you think about this? Share your comments in the opinion. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Remember to share this video. What offense did Ibeto commit? Why is it that there are no other manufacturers of cement in Nigeria? What happened to other cement manufacturers? Why is Dangote the only cement in Nigeria? Let us discuss. Talk in the comment section. Have a nice day.